So for the last 2 weeks, we've given our worst of the half year. Last week, we did our best of the half year. And to complete everything, we're going to do our most anticipated films of the rest of the year. Which is interesting because AJ doesn't watch trailers. So it's going to be of things you've heard and may have not really seen quite clearly.
Or things that don't have any promotion yet.
Yeah, should be interesting to see what you say here. So we're going to give our most anticipated of the rest of the year, and that's going to be the last time you're going to see us on camera together until August. Next month, when we do our Oscar predictions, right before I leave for Orlando. Yeah, it's that time of year already. So, without any further ado, let's get started.
Alright. You'll probably notice that there are some big things missing here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few things, but most notably, for instance, is Scorsese's silence.
Yeah, that should be on my list too.
Because it's one of those cases where I know I should be really excited for it, and I'm sure it's probably going to be great. But there's really nothing going into it apart from Scorsese's name that just really has me hooked to it.
Right.
So, it's not really the type of Scorsese I typically gravitate towards when his name comes up.
Right.
So, that'll be missing, and probably a couple of other things too, but my honorable mention is going to be Loving, which is Jeff Nichols' race drama.
Which we had a trailer for today.
That's probably going to be, their thinking is going to be an awards contender. A big one.
What do you think?
But it's hard to say. Because there's going to be a few of these. But it's Joel Edgerton and Ruth Negga, I think. Who are a couple who... They're an interracial couple who, illegally get married.
I believe so.
And then it's basically just a racial tension drama. But Jeff Nichols' name, with Edgerton starring, and in true Nichols fashion, I think Michael Shannon's in it too.
He is. He's in the trailer.
Okay, good. I just feel like it's going to be a really intriguing story, and with Nichols writing and directing, it's always going to be something that's definitely worth looking into. Midnight Special I may have found just slightly underwhelming, just slightly, given, how much I was looking forward to it, but it's still definitely enough for me to put it here.
Right.
And just to see what he does with this area in general should be very interesting. What he's doing, the decisions he's making as far as what stories he's going to tell, have been a very interesting lineup.
Really?
This is a very interesting direction for him to go. And then it comes out the same year as Midnight Special. Will be a very interesting, odd balance kind of thing. So I'm very much looking forward to see how that turns out.
Looks good.
My number 10, basically starting it off, is one that I don't know a lot about, and it appears in its advertising to basically come off as another horror movie. But
yes.
You know where I'm going?
Yes. This movie's not on my list, but my God, I wish it could be.
It's going to be awkward if we're not talking about the same thing.
No, we're talking about the same thing.
Don't Breathe.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This trailer looks amazing.
To my understanding, the story is it's basically like a group of troublemakers that break into Stephen Lang's house because he's blind and old, thinking that they can basically just, steal from him.
It's a VHS segment, basically, as a movie.
And it turns out that this blind Stephen Lang... Number one, he's played by Stephen Lang.
That's the first problem.
Which basically tells you that they made a really, really bad choice breaking into his house.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically the most I know about it. And that enough is very, very intriguing to me. It sounds like a really interesting concept. And it seems like it's going to have a lot of kind of suspenseful set pieces.
It looks terrifying. I cannot wait to see this movie.
That title, too, really stands out. I like it a lot. So, yes, I could probably delve into this more if I had seen the trailer, but this is all I have to go on. But
it looks really good.
That concept, and Lang is he's he's known for, being the Colonel in Avatar and stuff like that, but he's also, a really accomplished stage actor, too, so he really knows how to bring it, so... I'm very excited to see how that turns out.
And Jane Levy's the main star too.
Oh, really?
So that should make you even more happy.
Oh, yes. Oh my god.
That makes you even happier.
Oh my god, I did not know that. I am so happy right now. Oh.
It looks so good too. I mean, I'm reading here that Bruce Campbell's Horror Film Festival, it actually was the opening movie. So
that makes sense.
That means something, obviously. South by Southwest.
Yeah. We could use another movie that's really, really scary. We could really use one.
Mm-hmm. This looks like it's going to be a...
Who's the director?
The director is Fede Alvarez, who last did... that makes perfect sense. He was behind Evil Dead.
I thought that name sounded familiar.
Yeah, so... And it even says that in the trailer, too. It's kind of like got that like Evil Dead style font on it as well.
Well... Even so, I didn't much care for the new Evil Dead, but
except for her, obviously, because you really like her a lot. I don't have a problem with that.
I'm very much on board with this, very much so.
Cannot wait for this movie.
My number 9 is let's see if I can remember what the subtitle is. Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, I think is what the subtitle is.
I should look that up.
The
power of the internet.
When I first saw Jack Reacher in December of 2012, I thought it was okay.
Mm.
But we had seen 3 other movies that night prior to it.
So it was just okay because of that.
Yeah, I was really damn tired by the time Jack Reacher came around that night. So I watched it again when it came out on DVD. That's a damn good movie.
Yeah, it really was.
It was so much better than I remembered it being. So that, and just the fact that it goes out saying now, if anybody really knows how to rock a franchise right now besides Dwayne Johnson,
it's Tom Cruise, without a doubt.
Oh my god! And since he's like really, I mean, yeah, Oblivion sticks out, but even so, with Tom Cruise being in such control of his movies now,
right, and
the quality he's been pushing out, there's no way this is not at least very good.
No, I completely agree.
And I just love this. Is McQuarrie doing this one too?
I don't believe so. Let me check to make sure.
I think he'd be preoccupied.
Yeah. You're talking about the director, right?
Yeah.
The director of Jack Reacher Never Go Back is Edward Zwick.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
McQuarrie's producing.
Okay, that's very interesting. And they have a history.
This is his follow-up to Pawn Sacrifice. That was the last thing he did.
I was supposed to see that and then I ended up never doing it. It just came out last year, I think. Yes, I'm very... The first one is such a great action movie and detective movie, too.
Oh, yeah. Completely agree.
With a lot of great characters. And while most of the good characters in that movie are dead now, I feel like this one could bring in some new ones. I'm not sure who all's in the cast list.
I'm seeing 2 names on it. The rest of the people I don't know. It's a bunch of no names.
Okay.
It's Cruise and Colby Smulders right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
that makes you worried.
Even so,
it's Tom Cruise. Yeah, that's all that matters.
I don't doubt it'll at least be good, and I imagine it'll have some really. Zwick is a very interesting director to take this because their last collaboration was The Last Samurai.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. But yeah, with Cruise in control. And a director he has history with. I think we're good. I think we're good to go.
This will be really good.
I think we're good to go. Nice.
Again, I'd like to put this on my list, but unfortunately I could not. Still really great, though.
Right. I just realized most of the movies on my list are here because of their director.
Nice.
Like this one. My number 8 is Nocturnal Animals. Which is a new movie that stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Amy Adams and Isla Fisher, among many other people, I believe. But the thing that really stands out to me is that Tom Ford is the director.
Really?
This is his second movie. He's finally has a follow-up movie to A Single Man. And I don't know if you saw A Single Man with Colin Firth, but that movie is so incredibly well done. Like, the story is super tragic, and the direction is just so... That movie's so, like, elegantly beautiful.
Michael Shannon's in it, too.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Aaron Johnson and Armie Hammer, Laura Linney. Oh my god, this cast looks amazing.
And the story seems really intriguing too. It's like one of those. I think it's like a story within a story type things, and there's like a parallel thing going Just a whole lot of things here. And like the choices Gyllenhaal's been making. Anytime he shows up in a movie, unless it's a movie that was shot many years ago with David O. Russell taking his name off the thing, you know it'll be a very, very interesting movie if it got Gyllenhaal's attention. Because he seems to just be going for that intentionally now. Like I said, we've all been waiting for Tom Ford to make a movie. A Single Man was 7 years ago. That's how long it took him. So this one, I think, would have to be really special for him to finally come back with it.
Yeah.
So, yes, I'm definitely looking forward to see how that turns out.
And you write the script, so that makes it even better.
My number 7 is pretty easy to... Like, I don't really need to further elaborate. It's Jason Bourne.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, I just did that review of the whole series. And yes, needless to say, I'm very curious. As I said in that video, Ultimatum seems like a pretty good stopping point.
Right.
And a very logical stopping point. But the characters are just so intriguing, and the story just moves along in such a way that you kind of still want to know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they still leave some things open, and you still kind of... Like, you love having the unanswered questions, because that's where the intrigue comes from.
Right.
But we still kind of want some more.
We want more Jason Bourne.
And the fact that it's still Greengrass means that there's obviously some... Especially since Greengrass didn't necessarily want to do it. He made the Bourne redundancy joke. The fact that he did come back, and that Damon is back, makes me think... There's got to be something here, and I'm sure there is. Because if you ask, like I said, Identity's still my favorite one. But if you ask most people, if you take Legacy out of the equation, most people think they've been getting better. Like people like Identity, then they love Supremacy, then they really fell in love with Ultimatum. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this one goes. And they've added, Tommy Lee Jones, among other people.
This trailer looks great.
I am disappointed in the absence of Noah Vosen, it seems, at least from what I've looked at. But maybe, whatever, Tommy Lee Jones surely will bring something new to all the proceedings, and that same formula they've been using, but still, there's definitely got to be something here that's worth checking out.
I'd say so.
And my number 6 is Cafe Society, which is Woody Allen's new movie.
Yes.
Which is basically about Hollywood, isn't it?
Yep.
With Jesse Eisenberg, Kristen Stewart, and Blake Lively. Blake Lively apparently got a lot of good reviews when it was the opening movie at Cannes, out of competition, obviously, because Woody Allen doesn't do that. But
nope.
Eisenberg is the perfect fit for a Woody Allen movie, and Kristen Stewart is... People still like to give her shit.
She's getting
better
and better.
After last year with her amazing performance in Clouds of Sils Maria, on top of she was really good at American Ultra.
Oh yeah.
And it's like those two movies coming out really close together, and the fact that I saw them close together pretty much solidified her as somebody that I really want to see what she's going to do now.
Which is weird, because the conversation would have been that we were bigger on Pattinson of stuff like Cosmopolis, and now it's like, where's he? And she's getting all the roles now.
That was fun. That 2012. That was really weird, where he was in Cosmopolis and she was in On the Road.
Yep.
And they both had Cannes movies out at the same time. So yeah, both of them are kind of really working to get as far away from that as possible, and you know that's a priority, is to get as far away from that as possible. And right now, she's really, really working. She's really showing something here that I think most of us never thought she was capable of. And
she almost got an Oscar nomination.
Yeah, and she's another one where it's I'll bet she fits Woody Allen really, really
well.
well.
I'm sure she will.
I
want to see Carell here. This is him and a
this is the movie where he had to replace Bruce Willis.
That's right,
because Bruce Willis couldn't remember his lines and everybody was getting pissed off, and so Woody Allen basically said, "Fuck off, Willis. I can't. You can't. You lines. You just can't." It's Steve Carell.
Your chicken is not that good. No matter what
Hmm.
Kevin Smith says.
So yes, with that cast, that I'm ever infinitely more curious about.
Oh, okay.
As I was saying about with Blake Lively, where she's showing that she has talent, whether the movies she's in are good or not. And yeah, and Corey Stoll is in it too.
Yes,
this is his first. This is Woody Allen's first collaboration with Corey Stoll since he played Hemingway in Midnight in Paris.
Yes,
I hear his part's not big, but just just them together again is all I need. I want it, and I'm getting it, and I'm happy.
The thing that they're mentioning is the reason that he dropped out is, according to this, scheduling conflicts because of Misery adaptation for Broadway.
I heard that, yeah, because he was playing Paul Sheldon.
Yep.
But it's been made more than clear that Woody Allen basically fired him.
No, of course he did, but I mean, you got to save face somehow, I guess.
Okay, because he had already shot scenes,
Right.
and scheduling conflicts are things that are known well in advance.
Of course.
He would not have actually been on the set and shot some scenes.
No.
If he had not been fired.
Not at all.
Okay. My number 5 is The Magnificent Seven.
Yes.
Not a lot to say here other than Antoine Fuqua is hit or miss with me.
Mm-hmm.
But we got Denzel in the starring role, reuniting with Ethan Hawke. It's a whole Training Day reunion, all 3 of them. And then we got Vincent D'Onofrio. If I remember correctly, the villain is Peter Sarsgaard.
You are correct.
Oh my god.
I know, it
That's
excites
amazing.
me.
Now, yes, there is, and this is going to start turning into a recurring theme, actually, weirdly enough. There is a name here that's bringing me down. It's really bringing me down, and I don't like it. And that is the fact that, yes, we got Denzel, we got Ethan Hawke, we got D'Onofrio, we got Sarsgaard. Chris Pratt's in this, too. I know that makes people happy.
I know it does.
It does not make me happy at all. Who else is here? I think it's mostly lower names from
Matt Bomer's in the movie.
Matt Bomer, yeah.
Haley Bennett's in the movie. Vinnie Jones in the movie.
Really?
Yeah. That's what he does.
Interesting. Where's he been?
Probably beating somebody up, I guess.
So yeah, maybe we don't need another adaptation of Magnificent Seven. Maybe we don't.
Maybe we do.
But with that cast alone, and like I said, Antoine Fuqua was never. Well, okay. He's.
Yes, please elaborate.
He made Training Day in 2001, and he hasn't topped it yet.
Right.
And 15 years is a long time to not top a movie when you've been consistently working. But I feel like he's got it in him to at least make an awesome movie. I was disappointed in The Equalizer. I think that's what's kind of bringing me down when I hear his name.
I like The Equalizer.
Olympus Has Fallen I thought was okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was the action. It's pretty hardcore in the action department.
Courthouse Down's better.
But here, I'm just really pulled. I think it's the cast mainly.
Well,
I'm just really, really pulled in by this cast, and the fact that these really big westerns are something that are just now kind of growing back into popularity, and most of them are really good.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah. Well, here's my question to you: if you look at the cast from 2012, and the cast included at that point, Tom Cruise, Kevin Costner, Morgan Freeman, and Matt Damon.
I remember that.
Compare that cast to what we have with Fuqua now, and which one would you have preferred?
Oh, man. Can we mix and match,
Yeah,
please?
seriously, can I pick and choose from both of those casts, please?
Oh, man.
How about we just take them and just put them in the roles of the nobodies in the movie of this one? That works just fine.
So, yes, I'm definitely looking forward to this.
It's going to be incredible. I cannot wait. The trailer looks awesome.
Number 4, we have a returning person. My number 4 is Billy Lynn's A Long Halftime Walk. Ang Lee's new movie. Ang Lee's new war movie. Apparently it's kind of a war movie. I don't know. Apparently there's some confusion. Because I guess the book is very much a satire on like how the media portrays war and what war actually is.
Right.
And I guess people are saying like what we've seen so far for the movie isn't really... They're not getting that vibe from it. They're getting it like very straightforward. But isn't it like just one teaser trailer we have so far and a poster?
I don't think we have personally never seen. Well, I was never seen. You've never heard a trailer because we've never gotten.
No, I was
yet.
thinking we had. I think when it was first released, we had it at least once.
The cast is amazing.
The cast is like Vin Diesel and Chris Tucker and Steve Martin and of course Kristen Stewart continuing her little reign.
Garrett Hedlund.
Yes, Garrett Hedlund, of course.
Yep.
I don't know for sure, I heard from book readers that Steve Martin is kind of a villain role.
Ooh.
I'm not sure how a movie like this has a villain role, but that's just what I heard.
Tim Blake Nelson apparently too.
Oh, cool. And it's a very interesting... It just seems like a very interesting place to have... to where it's like half war and half media and the Super Bowl and all that other stuff.
It sounds fun.
It's a very interesting kind of combination of things here.
Right.
And when you think, well, this just sounds like a complete mess with that cast and all this stuff, you just see Ang Lee's name. And there's one director that can handle anything. Because Ang Lee made a foreign martial arts movie that got nominated for Best Picture.
Yes.
Then he made an Incredible Hulk movie. Then he made Brokeback Mountain. Then he made Life of Pi. It's just, is there anything the dude cannot do?
No,
and
there is
everything
not.
he does lately, is just monumental. And, like, instantly memorable and classic and all that. Like, the images, most recently from Brokeback and Life of Pi, are movie images that you will see in your head forever.
Oh, yeah.
And so just his name alone is enough to attach to this, let alone the intriguing concept and story, and that very peculiar cast list of names that we all love for different reasons in the same place. It
should do really well business-wise.
It's so interesting.
That cast should do great.
I'm really, really interested to see what this is, and what it's like. I'm gonna start getting real excited now. We're in the top 3, and I'm really into these 3.
Okay.
Okay. My number 3 it will not be a. There's not really a whole lot I can say as to what I'm gonna be excited about. All I can tell you is 2 names.
Okay.
And there's just love coming from all directions from me. My number 3 is a movie called Patterson. Patterson is the new Jim Jarmusch movie starring Adam Driver.
Oh, wow.
I love Jim Jarmusch movies so much. They're so... When I did the trial for Hulu, and they have their Criterion section, and I just binge watched Jarmusch movies. And they are about nothing. They are all dialogue. Not even all that. Sometimes just no dialogue at all. But his movies are just so captivating, and weirdly enough, his movies are incredibly relaxing. Like, I could just watch his movies all damn day. Even though, like, nothing happens in them. It is just people just kind of hanging around. But it's just he's just such a great... I mean, some of his movies can get really hardcore, like Dead Man. Dead Man can get pretty violent. And I think he did Ghost Dog. But a lot of his movies, especially now, are just, because he did, like, oh god, there's, I'm just gonna draw his most recent thing was, he did a documentary, but most recently was Only Lovers Left Alive.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's, like, help me out here, Mystery Train, Down by Law, Coffee and Cigarettes, Permanent Vacation. I'm not a fan of Stranger Than Paradise. Like, that's the one that kind of stakes out. I'm not a fan, but everything else he's done...
Broken Flowers and Limits of Control.
Yes. As you can see, these movies are hardly about anything. But my god, I love watching them.
I didn't know his documentary was about Iggy and the Stooges. That's awesome.
And this movie is basically... The only thing I know about it is Adam Driver plays a bus driver. That's all I know. That's all I fucking need. That is all I need.
That's what it should literally say in the thing.
Like, I think there's like one Jarmusch movie out there I have not seen yet, and I can't remember what its name is, but I'm gonna get to it. But I basically... Night on Earth! Oh, yes. Night on Earth, yes! How did I forget Night on Earth? Oh, God. That's one of his best ones.
I got a better one here. The fact that this movie is the Moonrise Kingdom reunion. It is Kara Hayward and Jared Gilman returning together in the same movie.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm just, and like I was watching all his movies all at once, and I was like, God, I need another Jarmusch movie. And then not only do I get one, but it stars Adam Driver. This could not. This just came right down from heaven into my lap. Oh man, I cannot wait to see this thing.
I don't blame you.
Oh, man, yes. Okay, my number 2 is a bit questionable.
Okay.
Because it technically does not have a release date, technically, this year. It's a movie that comes out in the first week of January. But I feel like given the movie that it is, there's no way they're not putting it there so they can give it a limited run in December.
Probably.
There's no way they're going to release this in the first week of January and not do the qualifying run in December. So I would like to say if they're going for that date, this is almost definitely a 2016 release.
Okay.
I am, of course, talking about Live by Night. Ben Affleck's movie.
Yes.
Ben Affleck doing another crime movie. Based on a Dennis Lehane novel. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's a Prohibition movie. That... There's definitely something going on here. Who all is in that cast list?
Yeah,
Tell me. We know Titus Welliver's in there.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. You mentioned him. You have Chris Messina, Sienna Miller, Brendan Gleeson, Zoe Saldana, Max Casella, Chris Cooper, Elle Fanning. Him and DiCaprio are producing it. And this looks great.
So yes, we've got Gone Baby Gone, The Town, Argo, and now a Prohibition movie. From a book by Dennis Lehane.
This screams Oscars. It really does.
I hear the book is a little underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he'll deliver.
I'm sure he will.
Because Prince of Thieves is a decent book. The Town is an incredible movie.
Right.
So I feel like if the book is just decent, he will elevate it. Because I believe he's the writer, isn't he? Like, he's like self-adapting it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
So what else needs to be said?
There's nothing more needs to be said. This looks incredible. Affleck's coming out for Blood this year. One way or another, he's going to take something home this year.
Okay. My most anticipated movie of this year. This whole not watching trailers thing is a godsend. It makes watching movies so much more entertaining.
I gotcha.
I don't like all this stuff like people have seen over and over again. I'm always seeing for the first time in context.
It helps,
and it makes a lot of the big payoff scenes bigger payoffs.
I agree.
And it's great. It's something I'll probably never give up now because I just love watching movies.
I really don't blame you.
However, I've still not seen any trailers, but there is one movie. I've been doing this since I started it for the 2014 movie, so I've been doing it for 2.5 years.
Right.
There is one movie that has had trailers coming out that have been the hardest since I've been doing this for me to resist taking a peek. It's been so hard. Mm-hmm. This is like when the first trailer came out, I debated it. I actually debated. I was like, maybe just once.
Just let me see one
just
little
one
frame.
time. Just let me just take a tiny. Even The Hateful Eight didn't do that.
Nope.
I just take a tiny. I just want to see something so badly.
Mm-hmm.
And the trailers keep coming out, and it's getting worse. And it's like it's so hard to not just take one look. It is so difficult. I just want to see the thing now.
Yep.
I want it in my life so badly.
I know what you mean.
Oh my god, I ache for this movie. I ache so hard for this movie. Oh my god. Please, for the love of God, give me Suicide Squad.
Yes!
Give me Suicide Squad
my
right
god,
now.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
Oh god. Where do I begin? Okay, let's start off with the downer. Yes, weirdly enough, my most anticipated movie of this year that is driving me to the breaking point has Jai Courtney and Carol what's-her-name in it. I know, it's weird. It's a really weird thing. But even so, Will Smith playing a character like this is something I've wanted to see for a long time.
He's smoking cigars again, too, like in the trailer.
Jared Leto's Joker. I know his appearance is very controversial, And when I first saw it too, I was like, "What the fuck with the tattoos?" And I'm not
works.
sure.
The trailer just works.
But then I've seen more of the stills, and I see the fucking purple jacket, and the fucking everything. His voice I hear in the trailer is very ledger heavy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
With the that chit-chat's gonna get you hurt. It's very ledger like, but still. It seems they're doing so many different things here.
Ballroom Blitz, the
God.
perfect song for this trailer. Oh my god, Ballroom Blitz fits so well here.
Oh my god. When I finally see the movie and can go back and watch this, I hope that trailer's as awesome as it sounds.
I can assure you that it is.
Oh, there was the Bohemian Rhapsody one too.
Oh my god, I know. What's that with taking Wayne's World for their credit music?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's kind of like Scorsese when he made Goodfellas was going after that Adventures in Babysitting.
Yeah, no lie. David Ayer is a Wayne's World mark.
But yes,
confirmed.
I like his laugh. It scares the shit out of me when
Margot
Robbie
Robbie says, "Uh-oh." That's how you knew something's bad's about to happen.
And then we have, and yeah, I understand that his appearance is very controversial.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think of, number one, when you think about David Ayer's style
this fits.
and how he's going to do this, and I am a little concerned about the fact that apparently the script had already been written completely without the Joker in it. And it was David Ayer that took the script and he put the Joker in it.
Right.
To the point, apparently, to the extent that Jared Leto is second credited. Mm-hmm. So apparently he made him like quite crucial. That could just be name value for both Leto and the character, especially since he's an Oscar winner now.
Right.
But it's pretty apparent that he's going to be crucial one way or the other.
Oh yeah.
And for the love of God, I know everybody's been wanting Harley on the screen for quite some time, and then everybody's had so many different choices that they have. Like,
this shirt.
I've always thought Evan Rachel Wood would have been great. When Jenna Malone was put on the cast list for Batman vs Superman, everybody was saying, "Oh, what if it's her?" Mm-hmm. She would have done really good too.
I agree.
But the second Margot Robbie's name was dropped, I was like, well, clearly it was not going to be anybody else, of course. And I just imagine nothing but perfection.
It looks amazing, I'm not gonna lie.
And that is just, yes. Just everything about this movie, yes. I love the fact that, since I don't watch the trailers, I have no idea what's going on. Mm-hmm. To my understanding, everybody watching all the trailers have no idea what this movie's about.
Not at all.
Nothing.
There's nothing in the trailer tells you what's going on. These are bad guys.
Yeah, and
don't cheer for them.
Viola Davis hires them, and she's like, "You're bad, but maybe you can do good." And then the Joker's involvement is a total mystery.
Yeah.
And nobody knows how anything ties together.
Batman's in this?
Yeah.
There's a scene with Affleck in the Batmobile in the trailer. Oh my god!
I heard my brother's telling me about, like, the Joker is, like, driving and Batman is on top of his car.
Yes!
Oh, man.
Oh my god, this movie looks incredible. And you haven't even seen a frame yet. And I have, and I'm super down with everything you're saying right now. Whew. Oh god, I cannot wait for this movie.
Yeah.
We get to see Killer Croc for the first time too. I thought that was kind of cool as well.
Yeah, and he's a really good actor too.
Oh yeah,
I have no idea how to say his name.
Nope.
He's a good actor. He was in a really good movie called Best Laid Plans, which is kind of like a modern retelling of Mice and Men. Mm-hmm. If you want to see more of him. Yes.
Yes, in every way possible. Yes.
Yeah, like I said, David Ayer as a director is. Like, I don't really... Fury was the first time he's directed a movie where I really, really loved it. But still with, like, End of Watch, and he did, like, Harsh Times, and he wrote a lot of cop movies, like Training Day. The dude has got so much talent. And to take on... His forte is crime movies. Mm-hmm. Like, he wrote Training Day, he wrote SWAT... He directed End of Watch. I think he wrote End of Watch too, maybe. I don't remember.
Sounds possible.
For his next step in the crime genre to be this, a guy whose expertise is like really gritty cop movies. Oh my god.
I know. I can't wait to, and I've already. You haven't even seen anything. That makes it even better that you're so hyped for it.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to go through my tiny list now?
Yes.
My
Gotta
honorable,
hurry so we can film the verses in time.
my honorable mention is Bad Santa 2.
I almost put it on there, yeah.
I'm really curious to see how Billy Bob has moved with the times. I'm sure he's still just as curmudgeonly as he was before.
I'm a little afraid of it, too.
I'm scared because I just read that the director of this, their last movie, and aside from my love for this actress, all aside, the last movie he did was Vampire Academy, and that worries me.
Especially since the last director was Terry Zwigoff, who's a really accomplished director.
It worries me very much. I mean, Tony Cox obviously is back here. Kathy Bates and Christina Hendricks have.
I heard Kathy Bates is playing Willie's mom.
Oh my god, that's awesome! It could be bad, but I mean, I have a little bit of hope for it, so that's the reason why it's honorable mention here.
Is Brett Kelly not listed?
Yeah, he's in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My number 10 is weird because this is a trailer that I've been seeing a lot on movies, and this movie could absolutely suck, but the trailer makes it look amazing. My number 10 is Nerve.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. It's Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman from Catfish coming back, and they're doing a movie with Dave Franco and Emma Roberts.
Didn't they try to branch off and do something else and it sucked?
Yeah, they did PA. They did the PA that a lot of people like, though. I don't know. I mean...
the one I got all that shit for?
Yes, exactly. The thing is... Still funny to this day.
I drink your tears.
Exactly. He doesn't drink milkshakes, he drinks people's tears. The thing is... This looks good. It really does. It's very spastic, very, like, crazy when it... You're basically playing Truth or Dare.
Yeah, just from what I hear, it kind of sounds like one of those movies I don't like where...
And it could suck, like I said before.
Basically, the whole point is that it has a concept.
Mm.
And they get really... Like, basically, they were so proud of the concept they came up with, that's kind of where they stopped.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be one of those, I'm just saying that's kind of what it sounds like to me.
I think it looks good, honestly. Like I said, it's very, like, crazy and all sorts of cool things are going on. Dave Franco is becoming a better actor, like, every time he's in anything. And Emma Roberts.
His last two movies were Now You See Me 2 and Neighbors 2.
He was fine in both of them. Dave Franco is not the last time you'll see him on this list. Spoiler alert. Actually, my number 9 is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This movie looks great.
Does it?
I think it does. Oh. David Yates is back.
Oh, yeah.
Granted, I mean, it's Eddie Redmayne, who we absolutely hated from last year because of everything he did. But, I mean, he looks fine. I think he's going to work really well in the Potterverse. I really do. And there's a lot of... Dan Fogler's in this, and Colin Farrell's in this. Samantha Morton. Really? John Voight, Ron Perlman, Ezra Miller's in this. This cast is growing even more, and most of these people are not in the trailer.
You had me at Ron Perlman.
Yeah, no lie. I mean, this looks really good, and I'm curious to see how it fits with the other Harry Potter movies, and given the fact that J.K. just basically said she's about ready to do more spin-off books, too, so... The Potterverse will never die. So, this looks good.
Worse.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Just as long as there's no basilisk, keep that away from the movie. But yeah, this looks really good. It looks very much like the Harry Potter movies that we know and love, and I'm really curious to see how this is a companion piece to those movies. My number 8 is a trailer I've been seeing a lot lately, and it's a movie that I think is going to get Bryan Cranston some more award love. It's The Infiltrator. I think this movie looks really good. I really do. I think the look of Cranston just screams, give me something. Doesn't matter if it's an Oscar, a Globe, no matter what Spirit Awards, give me something. Anything Cranston does, like, turns to gold. The funny thing about Cranston, did you hear he just got signed to play Zordon for the Power Rangers movie? That just blows my mind.
Which is really funny, because he used to do voice work for the old show.
Exactly. That's just, like, finally, it's like, we've come full circle. Like, John Leguizamo's in this, and Diane Kruger's in this.
Sounds like Leguizamo has a pretty decent-sized part from that trailer.
He does. Like, he's, like, he's second credited here, and it makes sense, because he's all over the trailer. Good. Amy Ryan's in this. I mean, this just looks like one of those gritty, like, drug movies, and I love those. I really do. I think you're going to dig this movie when you see it, because the trailer just comes off looking great. It's basically Pablo Escobar's story, and it looks awesome. Like I said, it just seems to me like it's something that's going to get a lot of awards love this year, whether it wins or any.
Isn't it coming out, like, supposed to come out, like, really soon?
July 13th. It's going to be out by the time that this video comes out. So yeah, here you go. That's what we do here on the Podcast Network. We're behind on the times. My number 7 is La La Land. Damien Chazelle's follow-up to Whiplash, Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. I'm excited about this.
Somewhere Miles Teller's fuming.
Oh my god, I know!
Because it was gonna be Miles Teller and Emma Watson.
Oh my god.
And then Chazelle. It basically came down to. It was nice working with you, Miles Teller. But now that I've got my own name, I need to get the bigger name. Gosling got it.
J.K. Simmons is back.
Really?
Yeah, J.K. Simmons is back. John Legend is in this. Rosemary DeWitt. This looks really good. I saw one trailer for this. One trailer, and I was hooked. It is a musical directed by Damien Chazelle. That is enough for me.
I didn't know. I knew there were stills. I wasn't sure there was a trailer.
I actually put a trailer of this movie on something. Huh. It was there for a week, just like the movie. But still, not that movie, the movie that I put it on. But yeah, this looks great, and I think Damien Chazelle is going to be a big-time director. We saw before with Whiplash that he's going to be a player here, and he's going to be around for a long time to come.
Or La La Land's a total failure, and he's a one-hit wonder. But we won't know. He did write The Last Exorcism, too.
Yeah. Oh, God, don't remind me, please. My number 6 is Inferno. I don't read much, but Dan Brown books have always been really intriguing to me.
I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah, they're there. They're literally there, like, off camera, my Dan Brown books. And I've read both of those books cover to cover. I love the Da Vinci Code series. I really do. And Angels and Demons was good as well. I love the gimmicks they gave us to promote the movie that I have on my refrigerator.
Yeah, you had this forever.
Those things are amazing. I still have them. And this one looks awesome. Tom Hanks could not do anything wrong to me. No matter if he's in a bad movie or not, he still delivers. Omar Sy's in this movie. And Felicity Jones. Ben Foster is back, so he makes another appearance on this list. There's a lot of great things from this. And just, I love the series, and I really want to see how it ends. Because I haven't got a chance to read this one yet.
What's up with the lost symbol or whatever it is?
I don't know at this point.
Because that was supposed to be like
that was going to be the that was going to be.
Aren't they already out of order? Like, isn't Angels and Demons before the Da Vinci Code?
That is correct. If you look at them, you'll see that actually on the book cover. But yeah, it looks amazing, and I saw a trailer for it the other day, and it made me more anticipate it. And I even have the video game, so yeah. The Da Vinci Code video game. It's just, I love the concept of it, and I think it works really well, and this brings out the best.
Robert picture, you just said Da Vinci Code video game, and all I had this image of was Paul Bettany whipping himself, and every time he whips himself, like a coin or a ring flies out.
The Robert Langdon character is awesome, and Tom Hanks just brings out everything of it. Honestly, just a tremendous series so far, and I can't wait to see how it ends. This is a movie that I've been seeing a lot for, and I am super excited for it, and that's The Accountant. It's just, I mean, it's probably my personal bias, obviously, but Affleck is back, and he's basically playing somebody who is a lot more intelligent than people give him credit for, and the opening scene of the trailer, it just like hooks you right then and there. Like it's him as a kid and everything, and then basically what happens, he does something, and then it changes his entire life, and now he's like OCD, and he's got a lot of issues, but he's a lot smarter than anybody thinks he ever will be. Anna Kendrick's in this movie, as J.K. Simmons is also in this movie, John Bernthal's in this movie, Jeffrey Tambor, John Lithgow. This looks good. It's Gavin O'Connor directing, too. So
I'm trying to bounce back from Django again.
That's what I'm thinking. This looks great, and I'm really curious to see it. And like I said, that one scene in the trailer, the iconic scene of him drumming his fingers on his desk, is just glorious. I just love it. They don't let you know what's going on. It kind of reminds me of the Gone Girl trailer, because you don't have any idea what's going on at all. And it's got that flash, it's got like that solemn music in the background, and you don't know what's going on, and it just makes you want to learn more and want to know more about these characters. That's my number 5. My number 4 is actually something I've been wanting to see ever since I first heard about it, and that's Snowden.
Oh, yeah.
Oliver Stone. Oh my God, Oliver Stone and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Did you watch Citizen 4?
I did. And you know, this character, this real person, he's a character in every way possible, is just so like beloved by some and absolutely despised by others. I cannot wait to see what Joseph Gordon-Levitt does with this. This may be his award movie. It could be.
You're saying that an awful lot.
I said it could be. I didn't say it will be. I mean, you've got Shailene Woodley, you got Melissa Leo, you got Zachary Quinto,
Nicolas
Tom Wilkinson,
Cage.
Nick Cage. Oh my God, there's so many people. Old Fantastic's in this movie. Rhys Ifans is in this movie. There's such a great cast. And I think that it's got a lot of great things going for it. I mean, it's open road, so we're guaranteed to get it. So that's a great thing to know. And Levitt's getting better and better and better and better and better, and I just think that he can only go up. And I love The Walk, and I thought it was a great retelling, Man on Wire, and I really want to see what he does with Snowden. I really do. This looks amazing. I cannot wait to see this movie. My number 3, this is weird saying this because before stuff like, even when we watched like The Searchers theatrically, that would blew my mind. I never liked westerns before, but I gotta say right now, my number 3 is The Magnificent Seven. This trailer looks amazing. Oh my God, the Chris Pratt stuff aside, Denzel just coming off looking like king high everything in this trailer, and he looks awesome. Just so many great things here. I just love the concept of this movie, and the trailer just gets me hyped. Like, Fuqua could go either way, obviously, but I think he'll do well this time. I think this will do well. Obviously, it won't do, didn't the original Magnificent Seven do really well at the Oscars?
Not really, no.
Didn't do anything with text or anything?
I don't remember.
And the Born Awards are kind of
no major
far
ones
off,
or
but
anything.
yeah, I mean, I know it's a beloved movie, though. That I'm sure a lot of people are, threatened, wanting to, put Fuqua in a closet for even deciding to remake the movie, but I mean...
Regardless of the fact that it in itself is a remake of Seven Samurai.
But the fans, obviously, they have their own means of that, but yeah, this movie looks amazing.
You mean the John Wayne fans that were pissed about True Grit?
True Grit. Coen Brothers' version was better. Yeah, so many great things about this movie, and I just can't wait to see how it turns out. My number 2 is going to seem very familiar to people that just heard AJ wax poetic about it for a long time. It's going to be Suicide Squad. Oh my God, this trailer looks amazing, and it's got everything that I ever wanted and so much more. I've been a Batman guy pretty much my whole life, so obviously when I heard about this, I didn't know anything about the Suicide Squad. Did you have any advanced knowledge of this at all? Even Chris talking about it at all?
I'd heard the term, but not.
Yeah.
But nothing really apart from that.
Yeah, it's just like when Marvel introduces a character that almost no one knows unless you're a big fan, and then they become an iconic character.
I had heard a little bit about Deadshot.
Deadshot's a Batman character.
Obviously.
Yeah. No, I'm saying though, seriously. And obviously, I'm excited about Killer Croc, seeing him on the big screen. I don't know if they'll play up the fact of his wrestling background, but we'll see what happens. Margot Robbie. Oh my God, I've seen the trailers. You haven't. Dear Lord. Now, when I think of somebody that I want to play Harley Quinn, I think Erin Nicole Klein, but that's a personal want and anything else. I think Margot Robbie's going to pull it off, and I think it's going to be amazing.
I took that in the wrong way.
Yeah?
You said, can I give anybody else I'd rather have play Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
I just, going on the Margot Robbie route, I was expecting you to say, I can't think of anybody else I'd rather play. Which is kind of true.
If you're a Halloween Horror Nights fan like I am, when you think about a character that reminds you of Harley Quinn, you think of Chance, and I think of Erin Nicole Klein. But this Harley Quinn, this version of Harley Quinn, number 1, looks sexy as all get out, and that's the point. We don't see the familiar, red and black. That's not there. Apparently, she said that it will happen.
Yeah.
It will happen in movies down the line, so hopefully it'll happen in the solo Batman.
Because I guess Suicide Squad itself apparently has a planned sequel.
It does, and I cannot wait to see what they do with it. I'm curious to see what they're going to do for a stinger at the end. I'm really curious to see what they do with that.
If
Affleck,
they take that route.
Oh, they're going to do something here. They've got gold with this. This is going to be a big movie this year, and has every right to be. So many wonderful things about this movie, and I just cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. You roll your eyes, but you know where it's going. My number 1, the movie that I've been anticipating since I first heard about it, is The Masterpiece. Yes, The Disaster Artist, as told by film. Yes, it is the story of how The Room was made, and I'm really, really curious about this. When I first heard James Franco as Tommy Wiseau, I was hooked. And then I was like...
The first thing that broke was that he was directing.
He was directing, and then he was going to jump in.
Please tell me he plays him too.
Oh, God. He's got a cameo.
I heard he's involved in the production.
There's pictures, there's scenes I've seen on him set, they posted on Facebook of him hanging out with Franco and the Franco brothers and everything, and it's great. Just everything is perfect about this. If you wanted to see The Room remade into a movie, this is exactly the closest you're going to get. And this cast is phenomenal. Everybody's getting signed to this cast.
I kind of hate that movie, like, and not in the way everybody else does. Like, most people, think it's hilarious and just think it's,
I gotcha.
They can watch it, they do the audience participation.
It's Rocky Horror, basically.
I just can't stand, like, I actually legitimately just cannot stand the movie, even in a fun way.
I like it.
I can't.
I don't know why, I just like it.
Yeah.
And a shout out
but
to...
it's still the whole Franco playing him and seeing the production of it is a story I'm very interested in seeing told.
You got Bryan Cranston in this movie, who doesn't even have a casting yet. Sharon Stone, Paul Scheer, Alison Brie. You have Zac Efron playing Chris R., which is glorious. I've seen shots of that, which look amazing. You've got Hannibal Buress. You've got Jackie Weaver. You've got Ari Grainer playing Juliet.
Ari Grainer, the casting choice that I called.
You did. Playing my girl Juliet Danielle. Shout out. And Josh Hutcherson. Oh my god, playing Denny.
Oh my god.
That's going to be amazing, isn't it? Seth Rogen's in this movie, and the Franco brothers playing, of course
Rogen's
Tommy and Greg. Yeah, this movie looks great. Oh my god, I cannot wait for this movie. I have no idea how close this is going to get to me. Maybe hours away, but I have to find a way to see it because this movie is going to be amazing. And I guarantee you they'll do a double feature with The Room. They're going to have to. I just can't wait for this movie. I can't. I don't know why I love it so much, but I can't wait. I will be getting the book soon too, so I'll be able to actually read it, and I'm looking forward to reading The Disaster Artist. So that's the video. Thanks everyone for following along with us for our worst, our best, and now our most anticipated for the remainder of the year. What do you want to see the rest of the year? Leave us a comment in the comments below. What do you not like this year? What did you like this year so far? Leave a comment in those videos as well. And check out the other segments here on the Popcast Network each and every day. Zazzle.com for our merchandise at Popcast Network, Facebook fan page Popcast Network, and at Popcast Network on Twitter. AJ's movie reviews was yesterday, and we've got Versus coming up tomorrow. Got a lot of wrestling content, a lot of Halloween Horror Nights content. We're in July now, so obviously it's time for Horror Nights to really break down. Going to get a lot of really cool things, and a lot of really cool things on this network too. So stay tuned to the Popcast Network for the remainder of the year. Next month, we start our Oscar predictions. Good God, we're already there. So that being said, I want to thank you guys and girls out there for watching. AJ, any parting words? And that's all we got to say about that.